Yep, that's right. It's finally here. The day we have all waited for. It is in fact D&D Day. And today, it's more like Judgment Day, to be honest. It's gonna be a bad time tonight. Look, things happened last week and we gotta figure it out this week. So it's gonna, boy, tomorrow's stream I'm gonna have some stories. So good morning, Sabine. Good morning, Brooklyn. This was, yesterday's speed painting. So it is Smoggist after all, which means I need to draw some dragons. I need to do some speed paintings, and then the best ones that I like, I'm gonna try and finish them into a much more large, formal, fancy painting. But yeah, this was yesterday's, so it's pretty cool. I actually like this one. It was a decent process. Wait, no, sorry, this wasn't yesterday's. This was the day before. Yesterday, I didn't do one because I forgore. So now we're gonna draw some dragons today. I want to have a couple more prints ready for the fall, which is gonna be dope. Hopefully, I'm really hoping people like them for the conventions and whatnot. So we're gonna do a couple of paintings today. I think instead of doing the regular character art and everything else, I think I'm gonna do a couple of paintings because I'm only gonna be live for a couple of hours today because I got my fancy arm scan today to figure out how to fix. So I gotta do that. So I won't be live for too long today. So just enough time to record some painting processes and talk about all the nonsense that's happening in D&D tonight, because last week in our D&D game, okay, we're good. What's up, Koi? Last week we arrived at a very important location, all right, in the world, a very, very important place of worship for the druids of, well, okay, you see, trees, man. We arrived at a place that is a town set up by a wizard who turned himself into a tree. Great, cool, that's fine. We're missing a bit of lore. We're missing a bit of lore here because we didn't know that under said tree was imprisoned the villainess of the story. That's right. The entire villainess ready and waiting for us, and we accidentally set her free. All right, and this was completely an accident. Ashy swears she didn't plan it, so we kind of just skipped ahead like 50 weeks. So I am convinced, and I meme about this a lot. I meme about like, oh, the TPK and everything. I meme about it. I am convinced that we're gonna die tonight because we're willing to die, and Ashy's willing to kill us off. And it would be like probably a story thing like, oh, this is the story of how they accidentally brought the ancient evil sword to the prison of the villainess, and then we all die, and then we start new characters to try and fix the mess of the old ones. So that's likely what's going to happen. Okay, Ashy's done this type of thing before in D&D. We in fact in our game that we're playing with her, which has gone long for past what I thought it would, but God, we're crunching it as much as we can, and I'm really enjoying it. So I don't think we could have crunched it down any further, but we are fixing the mess of the previous party. So I'm guessing that what's going to happen is we're actually all going to die tonight. And then the next time when we come back to the game in a couple of weeks or months or whatever, we can jump back into it. I'm guessing we'll have new characters that will be trying to fix the mess of this game right now. So there's a very good chance that we're actually going to die tonight. I think we're all going to die. I'm almost positive that we're in for it. So we'll see what happens, but I'm like actually unironically like I feel bad because I always say like, oh guys, we're gonna get TPK tonight. Oh, didn't bring the DM enough snackies, and it's always a joke. No one actually thinks that we're gonna get TPK'd, but tonight I'm being perfectly serious. I'm like 90% sure that we're all gonna die. So I need to make new character art, man. I'll need to make new character art and do other things. I'll probably be taking a break from the game after this for a little while because I got the adventure to finish, a bunch of other stuff to do. And then we'll probably resume at some point in time. I don't know when, but tonight might be the last game for a little while, or we might have another game or two after this. I don't know. But I fear we're ending and nearing the end of this chapter of the story, which is always bittersweet. But I don't know. Maybe I'll commission Fish and Bacon to draw me a new D&D character. I'll pay her exorbitant rate, her massively overinflated because she's famous in a very small niche game on the internet. I'll pay her exorbitantly inflated rate. I'm kidding. To draw me a D&D character if I could afford her. I don't know. I always tell my friends they can't afford me when they want me to draw them D&D characters, so I legitimately think I couldn't afford her, but maybe I'll figure it out. They'll do some extra coffee requests or whatever. You ever know some anime waifu character? No, I need to be a femboy this time. Come on. Stop. Please. I need to be... Koi, did you ever watch an anime called Free? Free. Free! Exclamation point. The subtitle of Free is the Iwatobi Swim Club. All right. It was the most BL bait anime that I've ever watched all the way through. And I loved it because it was a great sports anime. All right. There's this. Okay. So there's a scene in Free. So the ending of Free had this, like, here, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. I actually like it. The ending of Free, Iwatobi Swim Club, season 1 had, like, the main character wandering through a desert, right? And, like, I don't know why. It has nothing to do with the show. It's just like a kind of like a meme, right? That, like, oh, they're all swimming and he's trying to run through the desert and find water. And so, like, the villain of the story, which is their old friend that they went to different schools, now they're rivals, and he hates him, but he secretly wants to be friends again, but he's too stubborn to say so. This whole thing, he has, like, the villain, he's wandering through the desert, and, like, he's, like, looking for water, and all of the other guys in the swim club don't have any water, so he finally finds the villain. He's got so much water. I need, like, a kind of a desert wandering femboy character for my next D&D campaign. All right, exposed midriff. This is what I need. So that's why I think that the redhead is the villain. Yes, he's the rival. He's the one that went to a different school that is pretending like he's too good for him and mad, but he just wants to be friends. He just wants to be friends, man. And they become friends in later seasons. I don't know. I didn't watch past, like, season 3. It was too gay for me. I was like, oh, geez, man. Come on. I gotta go. Oh, God. I gotta go, like, play some Space Marine, or else I'm gonna start going back to my old raid guilds. And, oh, man, what's this awakening side of me? My 20s were a wild ride in anime, man. Holy, man. No, it's good. It's good. That's what I need for a new D&D character. So I feel like you do a really good job of that kind of vibe there. I feel like you'd probably be the best artist I know. Link in that Zelda game, got it? Exactly. Yep. Koi gets it. So I might hit you up for D&D character design. Good morning, entities. And seasons 1 to 3 weren't? Well, it was a rising, like value or whatever that it just hit critical mass at some point in time, and I couldn't do it. I was gonna go give up everything to go join a swim club with a bunch of handsome boys, so can't do that. Had far too many things to do. I had far too much World of Warcraft. Like, want to make a character from Magi? Magi was good. Magi was the show with the hot naked Jinn chick, right? If I'm not mistaken. Is that the right show that I'm thinking of? Could be the right show. Could be the wrong show. I don't know. Like I said, man, my 20s are a wild rabbit when it came to anime. Do you want inspiration from an Idoloon character she made for me? I've seen the one she made for you, actually. It was your profile picture, right? Or no, sorry. It was the one for the game you played, the Horizon game, I believe. And she like drew everybody's characters for them. I've seen that character, and Eiley would be a great, I would happily ask Eiley to design that kind of a character for me too. But the thing is, Eiley might be dead. We don't know. We haven't seen Eiley in a long time. She lives in a very dangerous part of the world, and every time I haven't heard from her for around 3 days, I assume that the worst has happened. And no, I think she's just really busy with like work and shit right now, but I haven't seen her in a while, so I wouldn't dare ask her for art right now. Passing knowledge in deserty cultures from the Middle East. Yeah, there you go. See? Good enough, right? Close enough is good enough. Good morning, Alana. Good morning, Ronnie. What's up, guys? So yeah, so today we're gonna be doing a little bit of painting because I only got a little bit of time before I have to go for my appointment to get my hand or elbow scanned, which is so annoying, man. It's so annoying that they made me wait so long for an appointment, because they said that like scanning your elbow for more or less glorified tennis elbow or golfer's elbow is like a specialized scan. Oh, if we're gonna scan for this, we need to get our specialized tech in. This is a nerve, whatever, something or another, level 4 specialist scan. Ooh, boy, you need to wait for that appointment. And I'm thinking to myself, so my doctor, basically, when I told him, I'm like, hey man, I need to go for a scan for this. He's like, all right. I thought it was carpal tunnel. He's like, yeah, it's probably not carpal tunnel. It's probably your elbow, actually. And I was like, really? He's like, oh yeah. I mean, you're what, like in your 30s? Every man past the age of 32 will either have to deal with tennis elbow or golfer's elbow if he's whatsoever active in a sport. All right. This is something he told me, that apparently, because we know that actually carpal tunnel, women are more prone to carpal tunnel because something to do with the muscles. And so like Ella had carpal tunnel surgery because of that, which, well, not because she's a woman, but because of the tendons and everything like that. So apparently women are way more prone to carpal tunnel, but apparently men are way more prone to tennis elbow. And I didn't know that. And so he was kind of memeing on me. He's like, ha, your wife just had carpal tunnel surgery and you're going to have some tennis elbow shit. So it's like pretty common injury. He made it seem like everyone has to deal with it in some sort. So then I go and I talk to the techs to scan this shit, and they're like, ooh, that's specialized, man. That's a very rare scan. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean rare? What the fuck? Okay, get bent, man. I was so mad. But I'll have to go get it done today, so should be able to figure out what's going on pretty quick here with it. So won't be live for too long. We'll do a couple little paintings today, a couple little speed paints, see what's up, and then I got D&D tonight, man. Vixie, good morning. Vixie, I have a question for you. Vixie, Vixie, where do I find your lore? Where do I find your lore? Because I went to search this out yesterday, because we had a whole like meme about how I wanted to isekai my VTuber fucking PNG friends into a world where you all had to play your lore on your you have a website. Oh well, I can't go there on stream then, obviously. So good to know though. Jeez, man. Tori, 10 on your shoulder. You got like 700 planks. Wait, what? You saw 100 planks? What does that have to do with a tendon in your shoulder? I'm confused. Maybe I'm missing something there. What's up, Whiskey? Tennis elbow, always. Mine too is much closer to tennis elbow. Yeah, I mean, apparently that's the pain that I'm feeling, is like somewhere around there or whatever. So I've been doing stretches and like nerve stuff, and like this is like actually a really good stretch for that. It feels like my finger's gonna explode when I do this, which is actually probably really indicative of the problem. But it's great because it means that there's something very easy that can be done. So hopefully I can get in for the injection faster than the scan took me, so I should be feeling better in a couple weeks here. All good as new, just in time for the fall grind, which is dope. That's really cool. Want a link? Yes, I do want a link. I'm extremely curious now what the backstory and lore is, because like basically Ashy said it was more or less just cultist fox shit, but I swear to God if this is cultist fox shit. Vulpists Anonymous. God damn it, she was right. Fuck. Damn it. I hate it when Ashy's right. Vixie, are you ready to be TPK'd tonight? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Good morning, Nix. What's up, dude? Tore head to my shoulder a few weeks ago, and now I thought it'd be fine to saw 100 planks for bed frame. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. 100? That's a lot, dude. It's a big ass bed, isn't it? Good morning, Steve. Probably any specific contrast? I don't know. They said that there wasn't anything like that in there. It was just the area that they had to scan it or whatever was I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see, but should be okay. Should be good as new real quick, which would be great. It'd be great if I could just feel better immediately. So, yeah, man. Koi, we'll see you on Saturday. I'm actually gonna be at the Ren Fair on Saturday. That's another thing. I have Ren Fair coming up this week, so I need to get my Ren Fair garb on. I need to collect more Ren Fair pieces because this Ren Fair is gonna be bigger than the last one. Okay, and I need to like actually get Ren Faired out this time around so that I don't make a fool of myself like I did last time, not being completely armed and armored and ready to go. So I really need to buy that pair of boots. You know, Quincy recommended that pair of boots to me, and they're a bit expensive. They were like $400, but I feel like if I'm gonna have to do Ren Fairs for the next foreseeable future, I feel like I should have good shoes for Ren Fair. That's important. You know, that's one thing I won't compromise. I will wear the lame Ren Fair pants aren't really comfortable. I'll wear the lame scratchy shirts and everything, but I cannot compromise on my shoes. All right, I've learned that the hard way far too many times in my life, so I won't do it. But Quincy said that these boots are actually really, really good. So obviously for the price point, you'd hope so anyway, right? Big buff men getting tennis elbow, exactly. You know, see, I mean, it has to do with art, but like, don't tell them that, okay? Good footwear costs money, especially boots. Yeah, I think 400 US is a lot though, you know, but they are boots. So probably worth it. I don't know. It's like, it's an investment. I do need to buy a new printer soon, so probably won't buy the boots for this year's Ren Fairs, but for next year's Ren Fair season, ooh, you better watch out. I'm going to be fully in character next year. All right? I'm going to do it. I'm a fit in, man. It's going to be like Quincy's Tavern, Tank Tolman, Mossy Socks, Valiant Fox, Evan Blair Art. All right? In the lineage of people that look good in fantasy attire. Okay? I'll finally join the Pantheon, or at least attempt to. I don't know. Go to Ren Fair next week for a day, and to the bigger one the first weekend of September. I hear Ren Fairs are like a special jam in the fall. That's like where the big ones in the East Coast are, like most popular. And I really want to go. I have a friend who used to work at Ren Fairs, Mithril Fox, and she said that the best ones and the best time to go were the East Coast ones in the fall. So maybe I need to invest in a trip there at some point in time, or something like that. Maybe. I don't know, man. Get some leather Ecuadorian boots off Etsy. Ecuadorian boots. You know, I never thought of actually going to Etsy for that, Nix. That's a good point. I haven't even looked on Etsy for anything like that. I bet there's probably a lot of like really good artisanal leather workers over there. I'm actually going to be getting some supplies and doing some very light leather working practice to try and build some very small projects for the Realms of Eldara stuff, like collector's edition leather bound versions of books and things like that. But those supplies are expensive, so I gotta go find some tutorials on exactly what to buy. Maybe I can find some tools at the Ren Fair. I don't know. A lot of the Ren Fair vendors aren't exactly like, I don't know. The small Ren Fairs, a lot of the Ren Fair vendor marketplace is kind of like mass produced shit and less of the like craftsman stuff. But this one's a bigger Ren Fair, so maybe there'll be some of that there and I can jump on or get some tools or whatever, you know. There's a couple people that I could ask for secondhand tools from them, but I really want to get my own set, so I could probably do this on my own, not have to owe anybody. I fucking hate borrowing tools or owing people for shit or whatever, so I want to buy my own stuff. So maybe I'll look for that around for this weekend. I don't know. A pair of leather shoes at a thrift store for $15. That's, see, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to try and find like secondhand thrift store boots or whatever. Probably find some pretty good shit there, right? I don't know. Maybe it's harder for men's boots. I think it's probably easy for I don't know, women to find boots, because men's boots typically are only work boots or something, or winter boots, and not like fashion boots, right? We do stuff like that in South Africa. We do have Mead Festival. Apparently it's not that fun. Well, how would you know if you haven't gone, bro? Just fly out to a North American Renaissance Fair at some point in time. Here, Texas is pretty good. Canada has some pretty big ones. Where else? East Coast, US. Just hop on a plane and go see some Renaissance Fair or whatever. A leather dice boxes. So Samurai, I really want to make leather Blackwood dice trays for Ella, because she always has people asking her for them at events. She'll always have a influx of the nerds requesting from her that she make dice trays with her palette and the order seal and everything on that. And I kind of want to make that for her. So I want to do dice trays for her, and they will be very, very fancy and take a lot of time, but it'll be like a kind of a fun project for me or whatever. And then the other thing was leather-bound covers for certain like limited releases of Eldara things, like the Astral Knight. I want to have a leather-bound version of the Astral Knight class. I want to have a leather-bound version of obviously the Horizon Adventure, and a couple of other things like that. So I don't know what else I could do with like. What I need to do is I need to find out where to buy around where I live leather. I am nervous about it though, because at Ren Fair there was a strange amount of people who were very obsessive over the idea of nothing being real leather. Like I totally respect and love and support the argument for like vegan kind of like, you know, that lifestyle. But at Ren Fair, there was a lot of conversations of people being like, "Oh, this is my like new leather pouch. Oh, that's not real leather, is it? No. It's just it's like whatever vegan leather, something this or that or something like that." And I didn't. That's like a new thing in the nerd community that maybe I'm not in tune with. So am I gonna get like catch heat if I do like leather bound fucking covers of books and stuff like that? Is that gonna be a thing? Because like I'll still do it. I just want to know if it's going to be like an issue for people, or is that just like the Ren Fair crowd or whatever? Because I got to figure out where to get like actual like good cuts of leather. You think that where I live though, next to basically one of the ranching capitals of the world, we will have a substantial amount of good quality leathers here. I just got to find them. I wouldn't even, it's like nowhere to go, right? Because people say like, oh, you can go to like Michael's and get like leather there. It's like, I'm not going to fucking Michael's and getting leather. I'm going to go somewhere real and get like actual good stuff for, you know, definitely be divisive with vegans. Yeah, I don't know. I like normally people didn't care about that kind of stuff in the past, in my experience. But it's just like I caught a lot of those conversations at the corner of my sort of ear at Ren Fair, and someone even asked me. They even said like, hey, is that belt real? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just like, you know, some like mass produced crap from China or whatever. And they were like, oh, well, that's good. At least it's not real leather. I was kind of like, the fuck? You know what province you live in? do you know where you are in the world? Hold up. Wait, what? So, but there's like lots of things you run into with that in the nerd community, where the nerds will feel very strongly about something and I won't realize that until later down the road, and everyone's like, oh, Evan, you should have known better. You should have known people would have been upset about this. So it's one of those things that I'm just like a little bit like kind of do I need to worry about this, you know? Vegan leather is just plastic, they'll never break down, which is so much worse for every reason. Yeah, it's, I mean, obviously, if you live in a place like where I live, you understand that the ranching sort of sustainable whatever, it's a lot better than sort of petroleum product, plastic leather, fake, like faux leather. Really not good for a lot of reasons. Really like far worse for the general world and environment than real leather. Obviously, when like a cattle or whatever is processed, the leather isn't part of the, like, it's not like furs, right? You don't wear furs to like discourage the hunting of like exotic animals. Sure, I get that, but with leather it seems like it's a byproduct that you can either use and recycle, or you can buy the plastic version. That seems really bad, and it's also unhealthy. There's actually a lot of nasty stuff that comes out of that if you wear it too much. But I don't know. I still that's why I would still do it. I'm just worried if I'm gonna catch heat for it, I guess. Yeah. Go to a place that makes custom leather boots. They'll know. That's a good point, actually. You know, I guess I could ask people around here, right? Should have known. Should have been able to see the future. Dude. I try, man. I try. It's tough out here, Shura. To go for the fake stuff, it's something I want to buy but not care about. I'd be tempted to super splurge for real leather if it's leather folio. I'll be bringing to big meetings with fancy schmancy clients or investment something. Yeah, for sure, right? Just go for sustainably sourced leather. Well, that's like almost everything around. Like, there are some factory ranches where I live, but not many of them. Most of the ranching in Alberta is like it's like really good, you know. So it's not like that's one of the reasons why, Alana, why I wouldn't go to just like Michael's and buy the square leather scraps that you can get or whatever. I'd want to go to an actual store and buy a, you know, proper leather hide and like use it and do like full whatever processing. So I don't know. Is this gonna be an issue? Is people gonna like be at Ren Fair? Because I overheard a bunch of conversations. One person said like, "Oh, are those leather like cups? Are those real leather?" And the person's like, "Oh no, we don't use real leather here. We only use like vegan leather or whatever." And the person's like, "Oh, okay, good." And I was like, "The fuck, man? What is this new?" I don't know. It's very bizarre for me. So I'm just trying to figure out what bullets I need to dodge. We want to laser engraved leather. We don't need toxic gases from the fake leather. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why we don't want to use the fake leather. So people can eat the meat, might as well make use of the entire animal. That's kind of the way a lot of sustainable ranching works around here, right? Like whole animal butchers are much more popular here than kind of the whole thing. So selling more younger generations, no fur thing. Leather is just the next thing. I'm not sure it's been thought through PETA style thinking. Maybe, yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, it's like the fake leather is just so terrible for a lot of reasons, man. You know, I don't think leather's that expensive. Don't get hang up with just buying the real thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, you can sell anything if you put your own value to it. Well, yeah. So like the leather dice trays that I want to make for Ella, the collector's edition book covers I want to do for Eldara. This is stuff that I want to do for my own like passion project. You know, so I don't expect it to be something easy to do and like quick and inexpensive. It's something that I'm going to do for very like important things or whatever. So I don't know, man. Always be bullets coming out of nowhere. You can't plan for it all. That's a good point. You know, that's a good point. You can't plan for everything. You gotta like, it's one of those things where you just kind of need to take the hits when you get them. And like I try and stay out of as much heat as I can because it's just not worth it, right? For peace of mind, I stay out as much heat as I can on the internet or with my business, you know, except for my hot takes about dumb shit that doesn't actually matter. I keep all my actual hot takes internalized, man. That shit I don't let that shit crack. I don't crack that jar when I'm on stream. Right, like the tell me how you really feel about a lot of art things. You guys will never know because I'm just not ready to start those fights. But I'm okay taking some heat for certain things, but I really just want to avoid the unnecessary ones. You know. Once the vegan leather would be nice. See you later. Sure. So like, I mean, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I guess people are gonna be mad about it. You just kind of have to shrug, you know, right? There's a buckskin leather company in Edmonton. Ooh, I am going up there for September. I would expect there to be more stuff in Calgary, which is much closer to me because the ranching community is farther south in Alberta. As you go to Edmonton, the ranchers like slowly die off and it becomes more farmers as you go further north. And north of Edmonton is just fucking canola and oil, you know. So, but I guess if, yeah, man, I'm going to Edmonton. I wonder if I could stop by some of those stores. With links to your topics? Yeah, please do, Nix. I appreciate that. Thank you. I call it the greenwashing if someone challenges you on it. Just explain to them that vegan leather is greenwashing, that greenwashing is, and why you shouldn't support it. So the problem with that, Koi, is that now we are then aggroing the mob. So when you know in World of Warcraft, there's a system called aggro, right? And so if a mob tags onto you and it attacks you, but you don't attack it back, it'll tether at a certain distance and run back to its despawn location, right? But if you attack it, that tether increases and it'll follow you for a longer distance. All right, that's my theory of people, right? You know, the whole if somebody's mad at it, my response would just be like, yeah, man, totally, that's crazy, and then that would get them away faster, you know. That's my theory on it. Might not be the best theory, but it's definitely my survival theory with dealing with the crazies out there. So, lots of folks are just ignorant. They don't know how to do research on their own. They need to be told everything. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Sure, I saw the market and said vegan leather is better, but right, you could just call it plastic leather or like fake leather or whatever. But I guess the term vegan leather is like a much more like friendly like sounding term or whatever. All RPG books stops using real leather. Basically, it doesn't scale for mass production like plastic, which production overseas is more of an issue as well. Do you think, Samurai, that's part of why they try and sell it? It's like they make a choice to do the cheaper option, which is plastic leather. And they say like, ooh, we're being like sustainable by using vegan leather. But really what they're trying to do is just not use like expensive, like good quality materials. You think that's actually it? Do you think that's why they, you know? Do you think that's why they do it? Is it because they want to just try and it's like, oh, we've decided that we are doing this thing for altruistic, you know, good reasons when... Yes. Yes. Well, that's dumber, though. And less common. So. I know. It reminds me of the people that get mad at Ella for having sharp corners on her dice. And they're like, you're going to scratch my table. It's like, bro, what? Get a resin, you fucking crazy. Yes, yes, the resin is still toxic. We're at Edmonton Expo? Yes, yes, we'll be at Edmonton Expo. Unfortunately, we'll have to travel to Edmonton, to the barren land of the north. Yep. Constantly aggravating myself, that's probably bad. Maybe I would suggest for your own mental peace, it is probably bad, Koi, but then again, maybe it's fine. Maybe my tolerance for aggro and for bullshit is just lower because I deal with so much of it coming at me on the internet. You know, and maybe if I didn't, like, I definitely feel like since I started streaming, my tolerance for shit went straight fucking down. You know, they went straight into the dirt. So maybe it's actually if you're not just constantly having to deal with bullshit and comments on videos and fucking first time chatters calling you bad and whatever and all that shit, maybe I'd have the tolerance to like actually engage more. You know, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. That is what I've heard, mainly focusing on the plastic part. Yes. Yeah. The Shadowheart dice yet up or up yet? No, they are. Well, actually, I don't know if they are or not. So Ella's going to be doing a bunch of the Shadowheart dice. So she actually decided that this is going to be, because of the interest, she's going to actually be doing her first dice series. So she has wanted to for a long time to be able to do like limited sort of like series of dice instead of just individual whatever one-offs at like Ren Fair. So to spoil what Ella's plan is, she's going to do this kind of like you would think maybe to do a mini Kickstarter for, but she's going to do it with pre-orders. So she's basically going to take as many orders as what fits in with the series that she wants to do, make like 10 of them or whatever, make a cool like numbered series thing for the dice, and then there you go for the Shadowheart Saloon and Shar thing. So it's really cool. So she's gonna be taking pre-orders on her website for them today or tomorrow or some shit like that. She said she was gonna do it last night, but it's now today and I don't think they're up there. So yeah, they should be on her store pretty quick here if you wanted to, because they're really fucking good, man. They are really fucking cool. You kill for Karlach dice. So I think the next dice that she wanted to do in her like Baldur's Gate sort of inspiration series was she asked me what to do next, and I said that I thought Asterion dice was really cool because I had a really cool idea for color palettes, but I also had a really good idea for Karlach dice. So I don't know, man. So I quit socials. I used to get constant attacks and Tumblr tweets and whatnot. My strat was to go aggro back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, if you ask me, like, my mask off dark side moment, Koi, is that I don't think that my tolerance for like the bullshit is any lower than anyone else's. I think people just vastly underestimate how much engaging with the bullshit does damage to them. But I always ward it like my tolerance for the bullshit is very low, right? Because then I'm not calling people out directly. But my opinion is basically, yeah, responding and interacting with the negativity is basically a terrible idea for anyone at any point in time. Visitors, you know? So exciting. Yo, Smooth D Masamune. I hope I got that right. Thanks for the follow or for the fucking raid. Welcome in, everybody. Holy shit, good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. What's going on, man? What's going on, guys? What are y'all doing today? Last scene playing. Oh shit, Final Fantasy. Oh, let's go, dude. Fuck yeah. I want to play through 16 so bad, but I was waiting for like a lull in my sort of work break, whatever, and I think I'm gonna have it this fall. I think after September, I'm gonna finally have a couple of weeks where I can sit down, just like chill, and I'm so looking forward to playing through Final Fantasy 16. I have the art book for it too already, so I'm ready. I'm cracking it. I'm ready to go. But thanks for the raid, man. Good to see you guys. Go drop a follow for our good old pal Smooth Massive Moon. Yo, go hit that link, man. Go show some love. Thanks for stopping by, dude. We were just talking about dice that my wife are making, so welcome in, everybody. We're doing a quick little stream today. More of a yap than I had intended, but that's okay because my wrist is fucking killing me. We're gonna do some dragon painting today. We're gonna chill out, do some dragon painting, and then I gotta skedaddle for a scan to figure out why my wrist hurts so much all the time. So it's gonna be dope, yo. It's gonna be a good stream. I agree, but personally I have to disagree that correcting someone is aggroing, but personally I thrive on conflict, and I'm that person who's always looking for something to aggro-y. That's fair. The reason why I think it is aggroing is because you're prolonging the interaction with the crazy. That's what I mean by aggroing. I mean aggroing as in like a MMO terminology, right? That someone can just like, you know, be crazy, and like disengaging with them the fastest possible way is like the best policy, I think, for preserving your own sanity. That's what I mean by aggroing. So if they're wrong and they want to be wrong, I don't feel like me taking time to correct them on something is going to actually help. It might help 1 in like 10 people, and they might be like, oh shit, that is a good point. That's probably the way to like a happier, better world, is to be willing to do that more. But for me, preserving the peace is like, you know, paramount for me at this point in time. Have you got another art to match the dice like your Shadow Honey sketch? No, I'm not going to be doing art for her series. I'm gonna be doing little designs for these little card things for her, but no, I'm not gonna do a full Baldur's Gate 3 fan art series just for the dice, but that'd be fucking cool if I could. No, I didn't switch yet. You'll have the dice up in 20 minutes for pre-order. I think you should limit it to a series of 10 of each. And then based on the pre-orders, they get the addition. So like 1 of 10, 2 of 10, 3 of 10. And
you're gonna do a little card. They get the shadow. Or...
No, they're not getting a trading card of Shadow Honey. No, I can't do that because I can't put non-Eldara stuff into the trading card. The trading card promo slots are sacred. Tiny print of Shadow Honey. Okay.
Or size tiny.
Okay, if they want a tiny print of Shadow Honey, they can get one. Yes. Can I imagine Koi fighting somebody? Yes, I went to art school with Koi. I can't imagine Koi. Well, I can picture it perfectly, so. I know she's the sweetest human alive, but you haven't seen her in art critique, so. Okay, goodbye, Ella. All right. Okay, dude. Exciting. God damn it. Say, what's up, dude? What's going on, Say? How you doing? Good morning, bro. Good morning. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in. Good to see you, Say. Guys.
Hear me out. For Ella.
Yes. I'm hearing her out.
Canon Shadow Honey, the Astral Knight.
Eldara, Lore Canon Shadow Honey. That's a great idea. But no. Thanks for 100 bits. Thanks for the 100 bits, dude. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you, Dark. What's going on, man? Good to see you, Kong Lobster. What's going on, Lisa? Good to see you, LAL. Hope stream is good. Hope you were chilling. I don't know if you were painting today or playing games or whatever, but whatever you're doing, I hope you had a good time. We're just doing a little short dragon painting stream today because I got shit to do today. So y'all are gonna keep me company while I record a process video. We're just talking about
Necromancer Dark
dude.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to King Lobster. They
Dark.
have given
Thanks, man.
168 gift subs
Thanks,
in the
bro.
channel.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the gifted sub to Lobster, man. Thanks for that. Yes, we're just doing a short little dragon painting stream for recording process. We were talking about the new dice that Ella is going to be doing a limited series for, her Shadow Heart dice. for Shar and Saloon, and they're dope, and they're going to be up on her website in 20 minutes. So limited series. I mean, the first series that she makes for Dice, so I'm very excited for it. My banner, I give one warning like, hey, I don't like that. If they continue, I say bye. Exactly. Sure, that's fine, Alana, you know? My hope is the person isn't crazy and talking to them with logic and reason, can pursue them, even if it's 1 in 10 people, I'm still going to do it. Which, like I said, is 100% probably the better way to make a better world. But for me personally right now, preserving the peace is more important than that for me, so I'm going to be a bit selfish on it. Looks sick. Thank you. I appreciate it, T-Girl. Thank you. Glad you like it. What about Eldara Universes Beyond? There is no Eldara Universes Beyond. No. If I ever get that desperate that I need to sell it with Eldara Universes Beyond, I won't need to apologize for it because I'll be laughing in my yacht because Wizards of the Coast will have given me my $3 billion. So, which will be great. You know, when I get my $3 billion from Wizards of the Coast, so they can do a Universes Beyond Eldara set. Well, we played Minecraft instead. Haven't had a chance to play for a couple of years. It was nice. That's cool, dude. I have a 15-year-old cousin who I got to see on my trip to Saskatchewan recently, and he was like, yeah, man, because I was like, oh, your mom told me you were doing this cool thing in Minecraft. And he was kind of embarrassed. He was like, yeah, well, I don't know, like, geez, yeah, like, yeah, I'm like doing this thing, but like, I don't know, I'm getting kind of maybe too old for Minecraft or whatever. And I was like, bro, Minecraft, like, he wants to be an engineer too. And I was like, do not stop playing Minecraft. Do not stop playing Minecraft. I get it. You're a teenager. You want to start growing up faster than you're gonna. That's because we all felt like that when we were teenagers. But I don't know. I told him to play Minecraft forever, to build shit and be creative and get that brain working. Because honestly, hot take. If we continue to do creative, mentally activating things into our later years, maybe we wouldn't go fucking brain dead so early into our retirement age. You know? Like, the Minecraft Zoomers getting old are going to be a whole lot better than the news and sports TV boomers, I feel like. So, I don't know, a 90-year-old's going to be different in 30 years than a 90-year-old today, I think. So, been playing since Alpha, you never are too old for Minecraft. Exactly. Yep. Say it louder? Bro. Like, I remember do you remember when Brain Age came out? It was a DS game called Brain Age, where you'd like do little puzzles and stuff, and it was supposed to like keep you like from going fucking senile. But really, it's just anything mentally activating that keeps your brain going. Because the idea of the brain is use it or lose it. And I see so many people like settling into later years being like, oh, I'm just gonna watch the news and then watch my sports and then go to bed. And you're like, ooh, oh God, you're just not gonna have a good time, man. You're not gonna have a good time. Tell him to quit setting age limits to fun. Well, he's also 15, you know, so he's very concerned with his image and whatever. And we all were when we were teenagers. You know, we always wanted to seem, we all wanted to be treated older than we were when we were a teenager. We all wanted to be like recognized as an adult. Being a teenager is a very selfish thing, right? Because you still want the support of the adults in your life to take care of you, like to pay for shit and like make sure you don't, you know, have a place to live and whatever. You don't know the full extent of being an adult, but you want the freedom of like and respect of adulthood. And so I get it. He wants to be seen as like he doesn't want to be seen as like a kid playing like kiddie games or whatever, you know, with the 12-year-olds in his life. He wants to be like an adult. But, you know, I think it's good to I understand where he's coming from, but yeah, it's it's important not to limit yourself like that. Then again, it's like I tell him like, bro, I play video games all the time, man. And he's like, oh well, okay, fine, you know. Or like he builds Lego, which is awesome. So, you know, Lego, Minecraft, that's good shit, bro. That keeps your brain going, man. It keeps you active, just like painting hot dragons does. So we got to paint ourselves a hot dragon today, okay? Because I need to cope with the fact that we are going to die in D&D tonight. At least 90% sure we're going to die in D&D tonight. So I need to actually maybe make a dragon or two to ward off the feelings of sadness that I'm going to lose Endrick Avalon Weirdly, Ella's plot armor I don't think is gonna protect her. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be hitting Koi up for that femboy desert wandering nomad free. You know. Oh shit! Wait, here's the thing. That's exactly what I need. Right there. That's the image. That's it. That's it. I need to be hot. Oh my god. That's what I need. Holy. Anyway, the next CD campaign is gonna be wild, bro. Gotta maintain brain elasticity. Exactly. You know, it's very important. Okay, new dragon. New dragon. New dragon. I think it's because Mom told you about his Minecraft accomplishments. Well, it's not it's cool because also like he's so the thing that he was making is he was making Barad-dûr in Minecraft. And like there's a Barad-dûr Lego set. And I'm like kind of contemplating spending $600 on this kid and buying him the Barad-dûr Lego set because he's trying to build it in Minecraft and he fucking loves building Lego sets. And it's like, man, that's gonna be tough. But if I can swing this year and buy him the $600 Barad-dûr set, I just want to see, you know, the little creative brain flourish or whatever as he's developing the right direction, you know. And he's got great values. He's gonna be a really great. He's a great kid. And he's gonna grow up to be a great man. You know, he's really on the right path. And I want to help like facilitate that creativity. And I feel like maybe buying him a $600 Lego set of Barad-dûr might help keep some of that passion going for the creative side of engineering and help ward him away from just like the boring side of I don't know. Dude, it comes with a Sauron? Holy shit. Fuck, man, I knew it came with the mouth of Sauron, but I didn't realize it came with Sauron, servant of Morgoth, fallen Valar of Melkor. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's hope for the generation. I know, it's very cool. Okay, so Dagrond. We're gonna do a similar color palette piece. I really want to do one of these like dusty kind of dusty red mountains type thing. So we're gonna do a similar kind of piece to what we did yestertime. Not yesterday, but the last time I did it. Similar to yestertime. Oh, I forgot when I used my airbrush because I have a shitty graphics card. I need to be careful. Kate. Okay, record. I forgot. Okay, here we go. There we go. I will say the one thing that is very interesting talking to him about Lord of the Rings is he did prefer The Hobbit to the Lord of the Rings movies. You know? And I'm like, okay, you know, because they came out at the right time for him. I'm trying to be understanding. To me, that's a bit of a wild take, but like, I get it. And so I don't want to, you know, at least he's in the right genre. He appreciates the Tolkien. He asked if Rings of Power was good. I told him to avoid that shit like plague. You know? Maybe he'll like it. If you like The Hobbit, who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, he's cool. I like him quite a bit. Might need to accidentally lag my stream out another little bit, if that's okay. Forgive me if this freezes things for a moment or two. Oh, if I do smaller, is that going to be... Well, it's okay, actually. It wasn't the worst. Okay. All right. Fine. We're good. Okay. What do dragons need? mountains, and thatched roof cottages to burn an 8. So we need both these things in here. Maybe we won't draw any thatched roof cottages. Maybe we'll just draw the mountains. We shall see, but it should be good. I gotta do like a Greg Rotowski style dragon painting. Just like a physical painting. Would somebody pay me $7,000 to spend 6 months on an oil painting? Do you think I could find like a Byzantine patron to just like let me like lounge in his like his fucking manor while painting fresco on his wall for like half a year? Think that's something I could find? Because like I'm very tempted at this point in time. Don't think I won't either. You know I'll do it. But I kind of want to paint, like I kind of want to make a masterpiece of my like like a decade masterpiece for myself. Make a painting that's going to be like defining of my third decade or whatever. The Star Wars dilemma, I know, but like I feel like the Star Wars dilemma is less clear cut than the Lord of the Rings one though. That could be my bias though, 100%, right? Because like Lord of the Rings came out when I was in like 10, 11, 12, 13, that age. So of course it was the right time for me, right? Angelica, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Hordes of gold or hordes of food? The true dilemma, right? A cave for the gold. Okay. But no thatched roof cottages. Okay. Alright, fine. I can accept that middle ground. That's alright. Dude, I fucking love painting, man. This shit's so relaxing for me. These speed paintings have been, like, good for my soul. Healing. Good for my me. Been enjoying them thoroughly, just in case anybody was wondering. Not that anyone asked, but... I hope you know that I've been enjoying these morning paintings, warm-up thingies. Business exterior walls, perching on a ruined castle. Well, I kind of want to do some mountain stuff, but I should do like a castle, Deathwing style, kind of raining down fire and terror. Kekakotaki has a couple of dragons that he painted that were doing that, like peeking over castle walls and invading the realm. That looked really great, that I think I kind of want to maybe do something similar to. But obviously, I will never be able to capture the essence of Kekakotaki. At least not with that attitude, so... time to get after, right? I gotta get that, like, swagger back in my step. To feel like I can possibly match the greatness and mastery of the greatest painters of our age. The greatest painters that people don't even know because they just quietly do their work at, you know, under NDA and then come out of it every 3 years to post all their stuff, maybe. And they go back into the shadows. And so you start naming famous painters and people are like, who? I'm like, God damn it. God damn it, this generation of artists, they don't know shit. I'm an old man yells at cloud. Art edition. So, there is that. I'm trying to set the stage here for our Dagrond. It'd be fun if I'd like throw some snow in here. Make it like kind of red sandstone dusty mountains with like snow perched. Like that would be really dumb, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? To have like, maybe it wouldn't. Actually, maybe it would be pretty rad. Contrast wise. I'll think about it, alright? I'll think about it. I'm not gonna promise anything. We're just gonna find our shapes. Yeah, what's up? Who? The dice are live? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Blackwooddice.com. Let me see. I don't see them. Shop. Did you call him Shadow Honey?
Can't say Shadow Heart.
Shadow Honey, Saloon, and Shadow Honey Char. 9-piece polyhedral set pre-order. Wow. So did you limit it to, because you didn't put any of this on the, they're limited to,
Limited.
so you're only making 10 of each, right?
Yeah.
And this is gonna be your first series.
There's only 9 available. There's only 8 now available.
You should probably say that they're a limited series in the description. Just so people understand that this is gonna be your first dice series. And then make a post about it. The Shadow Harney. Dude, they look at how good these look.
I know, I'm gonna take better pictures.
Bro.
Sorry, you were going to take better pictures.
Look at these, man. They're so fucking good. Look at the colors, man.
I also really like the.
Yeah.
Can't really see it.
No, you're fine. These look great. These are fine pictures. Jeez, man. You only have 8 left now? You goblin. That's dope. That's fucking sick, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, well. If you have any left over in the series, we'll bring them to conventions. But,
I'm going.
okay. Fair enough.
Because otherwise, I don't.
Yes, you need your inventory. Good job, Ella. They look great. I'm very impressed. You did good. There you go, man. You too can be cozy with Shadow Honey dice. I thought she was memeing when she said she was gonna call him Shadow Honey dice. That's like my thing, man. Come on, bro. I just want to know if I was first. Ella, who was first?
So,
It was Samurai.
Samurai messaged me for the photo.
Samurai was first.
But
Steve.
also, that is
The shipping issues. Not being an NA. I see. I see. Alright. There you go. There you go, man. Shipping problems, causing issues. Fucking UK, man. So difficult to send shit there. You refreshed it too slow? Oh, man. Oh, man.
Here's the thing.
Okay. Okay, we chilling. Alright. God, maybe I should do some snowy stuff here. The desire is growing. Sometimes when you're doing painting like this, it's like not a bad idea just to like throw a new sort of like shade into the mix, just to like slather it out. Like there's nothing that is more vibe than painting like this. It's all based on vibes. Pictures are clear and dice are extremely readable. Great job, Ella. Yeah, dude, they're really nice. Ella did a fantastic job, I agree. Need to boost my Christmas package. I'm having an Eldara Blackwood Christmas. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Gonna be a substantial... Yeah, that's right, I guess. Give me a substantial package, I guess, at this point in time. There you go, man. Ella doing her first series. I have to do something like... What can I do for this for her? I just doing a little, like, sort of card thingy in there. What else could I do to make it cooler? Let me change the colors a little bit here. Let's go... Where the fuck are curves? Shit. Real artists. Where do I... Hold on. Photoshop hotkey for curves is Control M. Is that it? It is. I'll play with this a little bit. Which way do I want to go here? Is that what we want? Yeah, just slightly redder. PogChamp. Sorry for this month's EBA package, Patreon tier 3 Emerald Crumb this month. Not sure if I'm doing crumbs this month. I might be doing crumbs next month. I don't do them every single month. I do them usually alternating, but I don't demand Ella make too many dice. They might arrive in September. I'm not sure if I have any extra. Oh no, I have enough crumb dice because it's just emerald, right? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was thinking it was like a bunch of them. There's a bunch of people that have like 3 or 4 crumb dice that. But no. I think I have the emeralds and stuff. I don't have any diamonds right now left. That's the thing that I need to wait for. So. Didn't do them last month either, which is when I got it. Yeah, the problem is I had a fucking flood, Azalea, so. Schedules, you know, hey. Listen, some people had to wait like 2 years for their Crumb Awards. Sometimes it'd be like that. No, I should be able to get them out. If it's just like emeralds and stuff, that should be fine. Brand new things that I need to make new dice for, those will take a while, so. I also don't promise that I'm gonna send the rewards at any given time, so you know, if that's part of the thing where you're like, oh, I gotta get them this month because the deadline for shipping and date and whatnot, I don't want anybody feeling pressured like that. I was not gonna buy them, but they look too pretty to pass over. That's not, it's Sabine. It's okay. You have too many Blackwood dice at this point in time. You've hit your cap. Actually, I wonder who has the most Blackwood dice. It's probably Samurai or Cobalt at this point in time. I'm being honest. Who would it be though? Would it be Samurai or Cobalt? Who's cut off, man? Who's hit their limit? It's Samurai, is it? Just because of mini sets. Okay, there it is. Yep. What's up, Darius? You play D&D? Let's go, dude. I'm playing D&D tonight. I'm gonna lose my character. Because my evil DM's gonna TPK us. That's why when I start my new game with my one player, the only person that actually has agreed to play D&D with me, Ella Blackwood. Can you believe that? Can you believe that only one person actually wants to play D&D right now? You guys, this is tragic. This is extremely tragic. So I will admit, of the things that I enjoy to do in art, carving out rock shadow shapes is probably one of my favorites. So just so you know, even though it might not be apparent, I'm having the time of my life right now. I know it's such a stupid thing to enjoy so much, but I'm enjoying it, okay? You can't stop me. Are you the GM? Not for this game. Ashley very kindly and generously invited me to play a game because she knew that I was doing my adventure stuff and I was very busy with things, and she said, "Hey, do you want to relax and play some D&D for a little bit? Short little campaign, just have some fun and chill." And I said, "Fuck yeah!" So that's the game we've been playing this summer. But I'll be playing again with Ella this fall and doing a West March style game, where I'll be inviting friends and people who want to come and jump in for a little bit of the adventure. I think one of the biggest problems that I've noticed, Koi, for people in the D&D sphere, certainly in my groups, is that people can't commit to big, long campaigns. Fair enough. Who can? But I really want to have that decade-long campaign, you know? And so the only way to do that, really, is to run it West March's style. People can jump in for a couple weeks or out. What are you doing? Trying to what, sir? Oh, okay. Sure. So I'm really excited for this campaign. Basically, the reason why I say I'm running it for Ella is because Ella is the only person that can basically agree to and plan to be there for every single day for the next 10 years. So I'm making sure that it's an Astral Knight campaign that is really going to be fun for her. And hopefully for other people too, but Ella's the big driving force here for a lot of the campaign. The current one that we're in right now that we're going to die tonight playing is a bit of a shorter thing, so... Shorter thing, and we're just chilling. We're just chilling. Ooh. God, I bet this looks good on the recording, the way it like builds and constructs one piece at a time. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is that emote, Alana? Absolute cinema? You made a fucking cinema emote? You... I don't know why the word dork came to mind. I'm so impressed by you. You're a far better streamer than I am. Calendars give an edge. That's true. The dice calendars do make it difficult to not have the most amount of dice. Ella's got some crazy plans for the dice calendar this year. Some really cool shit she's asked me to help her with. And let's just say, if you are a fan of the so far unreleased Eldara trading card project, the calendars are going to be pretty cool. So, decade long. What if your character dies? Then the game continues. The story continues. A character can die in D&D, and that doesn't have to end the story of the campaign. This is like a big, long story that I want to tell. But Ella, her characters can absolutely die during this like big decade campaign. That's 100% still a possibility, so... Oh my god, the way the lights just hit it, bro. Oh, I love painting. Why didn't I do this sooner, man? Why did I stop painting for so long? Holy shit. This is literally the best. Except for this year's calendar, right? Right? Did you get a calendar, Steve? Wait, what? Did you? Who was a calendar? I forget. I don't remember how many if she's like, I know she's basically sold out of them at this point in time, but remember who got them or not. Character the second comes down the road and trips over the party. Yep, Nyx gets it. That's some veteran D&D shit right there. Nyx knows. They don't get to play anymore. You just sit there and watch other people play? No, like you make a new character. If your character dies, you make a new character. Yeah. No, you still get to play. You just make a new character and then you jump in the next game or whatever. Yeah, you absolutely still get to play. 100%. It's not just like the game is over for you when you die. That ain't it, man. Don't worry about it. You still get all the good D&D times. Uh-oh. I'm getting a bit saturated here. Hold on. I need to desaturate very slightly. Yeah, whoa, man. We can't get crazy. You're busy, man. Danny, if only. If only I was as busy as I think I am. God. I am very busy. This year has been a recovery year for me. It's been a year of yes, and the first half of the year is a year of yes. The second half of the year is a year of no. I'm actually doing a lot better with this whole thing, Danny. I'm being much better about managing my time and the important things. So, good morning, Alf. You were there the first day? God damn it, you would, wouldn't you? Steve, I hope you have the best time with it, because seriously, the advent calendar for Dice Goblins is basically the best thing ever. I'm not even kidding. Ella actually got a request for somebody last year that said, bro, I can't wait for the advent calendar. Can you do like a Halloween countdown calendar? So people are enjoying it. And my favorite thing is to watch people appreciate Ella for the stuff that she does. So, yeah, I hope you have the best time with it. I think you will. I think it's gonna be rad. You're gonna enjoy that shit. You're gonna love it. I'm hoping anyway. Ooh, look at these rock faces. Got them lava veins going and everything. Oh, man. All, by the way, with one brush. Because real artists only paint with one brush. Who said that, Evan? I don't know. Some guy at some point in time. Sounded good. I just believed in it. Kidding. Relax, man. You can use as many Procreate brushes you want. I did TikTok do pretty good yesterday. Actually, I don't know. I didn't check it today. Oh, Ella took my phone. But people were asking me. I saw one comment was somebody asking me about my brush or my brush or my background or something. Like, how do you tell people that you need to learn how to make your own backgrounds? They say, like, where did you get that brush? Where did you get that background? Now, this brush, I will say, I'll full admit, this is a brush that I got, not made. But, like, most of my brushes I make, most of my backgrounds I make, I want to encourage that in the greater art community. I like, encourage people to make their own shit. Well, it's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people, though. You could use some blues in here, you think so? In some of the shadows? I wonder if I could do... Where's... Okay, how... Koi, there is a tool you can use in Photoshop that does something along the... Like, there's a tool you can use where you can basically select a color and paint or mask just that color. And I'm trying to remember what that tool is, because it lets you change, like, shadows, colors, and stuff like that really well. It's like kind of a gradient map adjacent tool, and I really want to figure out where it is. Select color gamut? Where is that? Is it color range? Is that it? Oh, it is. Thank you, Nix. Because then you can go into your curves, I believe. Yeah. You can go in your curves and you can go and, like, add more blues to it. That's where it was. Thank you. So you can cool it down a little bit. You see that? You see the difference that makes? Oops. Right there. See? Look at that. Look at that. Dusty, contrast. Dusty, contrast. Dusty, contrast. Dusty, contrast. Thank you, Nix. Beautiful, exactly, right? See, that tool's so powerful, man. This is one of those things that's like Photoshop tricks that I don't think you should use until you know how to paint. It's a shortcut that if you don't know how to do it yourself and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna fucking kill your progress. But it's one of those things that makes painting in like digitally so much more efficient when you do kind of like know what to do with that. Is Ella your wife? Yes, Ella is she is my current only wife. Yes, she's my current wife. So, I'm married a little while ago, you know. I introduced her as my current wife. She hates it. Yeah, Danny, Ella's the reason why I do everything I do. Ella's encouragements to do, like, to try again, to take my career seriously. Ella's encouragements are the only reason why I actually do this. Because I had given up years ago on any dream that I had to basically do anything art related. I'd given up, man. I'd given up. And Ella never did. She never gave up on me. She sacrificed. Ella sacrificed so much for us, Danny, to allow basically for me to get to a point where I can pursue this very seriously. She has sacrificed a great deal so that I could basically pick my shit up, get myself together in life, and keep trying at my dream. So, Ella is the source of inspiration in my life. She was my best friend for a decade before we got married, long before we started dating. If there's ever anything cool that I do, it's because Ella Blackwood encouraged me to do it. So yeah, she's it's the reason why the Astral Knight is actually a full class that I'm developing, because when I describe the Astral Knight, how the Astral Knight is a subset of the Astral Sage, and people say, why didn't you do the Sage first? I say, because Ella wanted me to do the Astral Knight. And that was enough for me, you know? That was enough. So you better treat her good. Well, I think I probably do a decent job at it. I think I do a decent job with it, if I'm being honest. Elle and I have been best friends for our entire life. It's not even like a even the notion of treating her well seems a little bit offensive, you know? Because it's not like treating Ella well is like it's not like it's a choice, right? It's not like a thing like, oh man, husbands that treat their wives well, let's go. It's like there's no part where my identity as a person like doesn't intrinsically have to do with who Ella Blackwood is. It's hard to describe, but when you've been with somebody and basically like had your life completely married with them for like almost 2 decades, it's very difficult to even suggest that there's a part where your identity as a solo singular individual begins. Very tough. Like when people say like, oh, it's so nice that you support her business, it's like, it's not her business, it's our business, but she makes all the dice, right? And you make all the art. Yeah, so your business is the art and her business is the dice. I'm like, nope. Nope, that's my business. Blackwood Dice is all mine and Evan Blair Art is all hers. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, I know. I know you don't get it. But yeah, she's great, dude. She's my favorite person that I've ever met. To be fair, I haven't met Robert Downey Jr., so I'm just gonna be fair there, right? I'm just gonna be fair. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm pretty sure Ella would probably still take it. You know. Morning, B-Town. What's up, dude? Thought we were best friends? Nope. Ella Blackwood. She's my best friend. Yep. Ella Blackwood. That's it. The bar is on the floor when husband treats wife well is something you can brag about. Yeah, actually though, right? Actually though. There's like not a single thing I ever want to do that I don't want to do with Ella. If I'm ever playing a game that Ella doesn't want to play, I don't want to play the game anymore. We have very few interests that don't overlap. People told us it was very unhealthy when we were young. They're like, oh, you have to have your own interests. Like, no, shut up. I'm gonna play World of Warcraft with my girlfriend, fuck you. And they're like, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. We have to get some of this aura ring that we're getting from our color dodges out. You see that little aura ring that goes like this? You see it? We need to paint that out a little bit. Need to paint that shit out. Bluesy Proud, I finally bought an easel for your iPad. You're no longer be shrimping. I think there's probably like did you buy your easel off of Amazon? Because there's only one easel that I recommend. Actually, like, I'm gonna be authoritative here as an artist for a minute here, Koi. I'm gonna do that thing where another artist says something you know, innocuous, and I take it as an opportunity to seem like I'm an expert on the thing. You ever know, you see somebody in chat sometimes that has the word sketches, art, draws in their name, whatever, and they suddenly want to be like a authority on something nobody asked for. here I'm going to be an authority on the best iPad easel. There's only one that you can use, and any other iPad easel you use is actually the wrong easel. So this is the easel I recommend. It's made by a company from Japan. They're really good at digital art tools there. So the easel is called the Wacom Cintiq Pro 24-inch. So it's really cool because instead of like, it doesn't just hold your iPad. What it does is it holds the program that you use on your iPad. So like instead of like a physical easel, it's like a digital easel. So you can take your iPad, you don't have to mount it onto the easel. You put it beside and you plug the easel into it. So then it digitally mounts to your program. And then this also allows you to upgrade so that you don't have to use the program software from your iPad. The easel comes with a compatibility with software as long as you hook it up to a PC, where you can actually use Photoshop as well. Right, so you can you can instead use Photoshop and this easel to draw on, and it's a much better easel than whatever one you bought for your iPad. I'm sorry, you know. It's awesome, but it does go above $2,739 your budget. Oh shit, yeah, that's probably like a good $60 over, isn't it? Fuck. All right, I get it. If your budget was below $2,739, I completely understand. Then yeah, that's fair. Okay, fair enough. You probably got the good one then. Yeah, 100%. Okay, I see. Got it. $60 before taxes. Yeah. How does that work? It works well. It works well. That's how it works. What is combos I have with my boyfriend is where we're looking at each other's screens during video games cohabit time. I'm over here plotting the explosive barrel death of Baldur's Gate 3 boss, and he's over here giving produce to the Stardew Valley NPCs, romancing. That's cute. That's cute. I really want to do a playthrough for Baldur's Gate 3 with Ella. I want to do like a tactician honor mode fuck you like ultra playthrough with the boys, but the problem is the boys don't play games anymore. Dashto is literally in like Prague or something, some other far-flung corner of the world. I don't know exactly where, but I want to play through a Baldur's Gate 3 game with Ella. Hey. Oh, I was gonna grab my phone for some reason. I forget what it was, but I reached for it. Like, oh, TikTok. Yes, thank you. That's what I wanted. So we can now, by the way. So when I removed the dynamite, that fixed it. By the way, you're committing to Tuesday. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. I want to see how this video did. The video did. How did it? Did. That's not bad. 5K views in one evening and morning is really good. 76 comments. What the fuck? I was gonna try and find the comment where somebody asked me about like my background or paintbrush or something. 76? Oh god. Okay. Okay, this might be a minute. I'm gonna do that later then. I'm gonna do it later, bro. Yep. You wife watch cartoons together and get rowdy over boobies together. Wow. That's kind of I don't know about that one, Koi. That's a little indecent, wouldn't you say? Come on, man. It's just a little bit indecent. Holy. I don't know what to say, man. That's it's a bit much. I thought you were more dignified than that. The fuck, bro? Dude, I could probably screen record this without actually having to do a specific area if I just didn't zoom out or zoom in at all. To be honest, that'd be like the proper way of doing this too, I think. Like as far as like artist shit, you know? Sorry to give you the wrong idea? Dude, I just, you know, I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not quite as disappointed as your parents are that you went to pursue a career of art, but it's a close second. Close second, so in case you were wondering. What should we do for the sky here? Got the sky like really glowing and on fire kind of thing as well. Monka, Maybe this will turn into one of the big dragon paintings I do, hey? If it's good enough. I made my prints for last month's Patreon and whatnot. Last night I printed the series off. They look really good. This style of speed painting translates to an 8x10 really nicely. I should probably make these bigger, to be honest. I'm going to make it a proper painting. As far as speed painting goes, these would benefit from being larger. Well, at this point I'm throwing. Disappointment means nothing? That's true. You are a Genshin player, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, Koi, you're not going to be at Edmonton Expo, right? You're not going to be there. Because I really, really wanted a keychain, and I was going to buy it at the mall the other day, but I wanted to know if it's better to buy it directly from you, because I don't know what that store takes for a cut or anything like that, or how that works. But I really wanted to buy a keychain from you, a specific one. But I remembered that you said you're done with Edmonton conventions, right? Altogether? If I'm not mistaken. You are gonna, or you're not gonna be there at DM whatever you're bringing on Saturday? Oh fuck, I forgot. Yeah, you are gonna see. I'm gonna see you on Saturday. Oh shit. Okay, that works. I'll try and remember to do that. I forgore, man. I forgore. Dude, why do I keep, like, it keeps slipping my brain that Ren Fair is this weekend? Like, I don't know why. It's just, like, it's just so not on my radar right now that I just keep, like, forgetting. What's even happening to me right now? How do people who are productive, like, do things? How do they organize things? It's a mystery to me. Am I still recording? I am. Okay, cool. I know I said that I would try to keep these speed paintings to like a half hour or less. I'm at 40 minutes right now, but I'm having fun. Okay? And I want to paint these because I need to get some dragon stuff done for people. There's a very high chance, though, Koi, that we're going to be done with Edmonton Expos after this one as well. I think just trying to get like another convention going and whatnot in September and shit, and leaving the house to go on a big trip again that late into the year is just, it's just not worth it. We have so many events to do in the summer that it's just ugh. Then again, there's a lot of people from the Edmonton area that are like, dude, it was so cool to have like somebody come like show up to Vegreville Ren Fair, and they were like, oh my god, I'm so happy you're here. Do you have this print that you didn't have at GameCon? I was like, yeah. Like, I know you said that you could like order it from your print store, but I really wanted to get it from you. I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, dude. You know, so going to Edmonton's fun like that. I'm making friends up there. Maybe it is worth it. We'll see. Going up there twice in a year is like enough for me. that everyone cleans house at Edmonton Expo. I made back my expenses, not including travel expenses. So not including hotel or travel or whatever. Those are all basically covered by Ella being there. But for my own stuff, last Edmonton, I know talking about like the profits and shit and like the money you make at conventions is kind of cringe, but just like as an interesting sort of thing, last Edmonton Expo, not GameCon. GameCon was actually pretty good, but last Edmonton Expo, I made back my table and I made back my material costs, and then I think I made $120 on top of that for a whole weekend. Now, obviously, that's not the way it works because we're already there for Ella, so me having a table beside her, like I'm already there the entire weekend. It's kind of fun. I got to talk to people and meet them, whatever, and that's valuable to me. And so I'm happy to do it again this year. But as far as like cleaning up, no. No, if we weren't, if like we didn't have Blackwood dice to go do things at the convention with, I wouldn't go because it wouldn't be worth it for me as Evan Blair Art to go to the convention. Now, I've never been there with an adventure in hand like I will be this year. So that might be a big factor or whatever in that's different. Who knows? But I'm not like ultra confident, I guess. That makes sense. GameCon was a lot better. I was very surprised. It's like weirdly like GameCon, nobody had a problem with the fact that I didn't have any fan art. It was weirdly the Edmonton Expo crowd that was like over the 3 days or whatever it is, like 15 to 30, somewhere in that range, like 20-ish. People asked me if I had fan art, why I didn't have fan art, if I could do fan art. Like they asked me a lot about fan art. They brought it up a lot. But weirdly at GameCon, it was only like 2 people. So I wonder if it's like the kind of the crowd that goes to conventions. Like I wonder if like Fan Expo, like Comic-Con as it were, is too generalized as like general NerdCon. You know, people kind of like have this like idea of I'm at NerdCon, that therefore I must get Has-Been Hotel and Freerun fan art, which is totally fine, by the way. It's just not what I do. I wonder if that's why I got more like, had more the pain points at that con than other ones. I wonder if that's what it had to do with it. But I could be wrong. Okay, we gotta do our background mountains here before we do our sky and then our dragon. Actually populate this. GameCon is more tabletop nerds. Yeah, it was pretty focused, I think, which is great. Which is awesome. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but like I feel like the anime crowd is really into General Fan Expo, like NerdCon. And the tabletop gaming crowd seems to want to stay away from it. Like weirdly, there was a lot of people that were asking questions or whatever about things and when we'll be back at Edmonton, other events. And so I posed the question through casual conversation multiple times, but oh, are you going to be at Edmonton Expo? And at GameCon, a lot of people said no. Like a lot of people weirdly were like, oh no, for whatever reason. Some people said that it was too big. Like a lot of people said that about Edmonton Expo and Calgary Expo. They said, oh, it's too big. Or whatever. I heard that multiple times, which is very confusing-ish. So, I don't know how that works, but it's certainly a thing I heard a lot. I feel like we need more red in here. Fuck it. This whole like red-blue thing, I don't think it's gonna work. I think I need to put the blue in after. Yeah, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Kind of like dust cloudy type shit. I have ideas now. I have ideas. I know what I want to do. This is gonna work. Or it's gonna be terrible. But either way, I'm committing. I think dragons fit into fan art buyers. Mine's easier, so your double dragons should fly well. Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, so dragons did a lot better at both conventions, which is awesome. I'm glad people like them. But yeah, that did kind of strike me, just that the difference in the type of convention being enough. And I understand that a lot of my work is concept art. It's not illustrative work, so a lot of it wouldn't do that well at conventions, and that's totally fine. I'm not mad about it. But it's just interesting to think about, you know? Okay. Overlay some that fiery kind of like orange up here now. Let's try literally an overlay layer. Ooh, that works. Wait. Wait. It works. We're going to pull back. It's all a push and pull. All a push and pull. Grabbing the color. Carving with it. Oh, cool, man. I like how that worked out. Kind of exactly what I wanted out of it, too. Sky's kind of on fire, too. And then we'll mute it a little bit. Dude, finding colors and stuff like this process is like the best part of it. And then we can blunt it just a little bit, just take the saturation down slightly. Ooh, man, that works. One layer, by the way. One layer. Witness me. Witness me, cowards. Selection tool, though, so kind of cheating. And I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it too. I think the far away mountains can be more blue because the blue shift also might convey depth better. Yeah, the problem is I kind of want like the sky to be glowing too. Kind of like that sunset style thing. And I sort of set up some of the cooler colors in the foreground, but I didn't do that in the mid to background. So I think I need to kind of like change these up to be a little bit more on the red shift side to push everything back into a sunset. Because I'm kind of abandoning the blue sky thing, I think, a little bit. I'm just playing around. I might pull it back in because it kind of looks nice to have that in there. But I'm wondering if having some really high contrast clouds and having that kind of like, you know what I mean? Having that like where they like catch the light for like time of day, and also that kind of red shift thing that happens when there's like smoke in the air. I'm contemplating it, and I actually kind of like this. This is just me conveying a little bit of where my mind was at, but I actually kind of like the way these look, so I'm going to leave them as a base and then mess around with them a little bit later. That's actually not bad. So I should have done these on a different layer so that I can select them out a little bit, and then... But yeah, it's like this needs to not have so much of the blue in there. It needs to have a little more of that. And I wonder if I can do that, actually. Hold on. I wonder if I can kind of grab this and try and change that selection out to push more of the red into it to make it more monochromatic. This would be easier, I will admit, if I had singular or multiple layers. So... Can you try like an overlay or something? Ooh, that's kind of cool actually in the bottom. I know that kind of doesn't really do what I want, but... Something like that, you know? And that like builds the consistency in there into it fading in the background. I think. It might have been a bit heavy-handed. But whatever. I'm experimenting today. We're going to run with it, okay? Kind of change my mind as to what I want to do with the sky in the background at some point in time, so... Part of that is because I think I selected out the same color that I used across, like the color that I used from the foreground to the midground to the background was a similar color. So when I selected all of those colors to like make it a little bit darker and a little more blue, a little more purple in there, it would have been consistent had I like been consistent, if that makes sense. But since I switched it up midway through and decided I was going to be dramatic, it kind of didn't look great. So I'll try this. I might still go back to the blue and then have it like fading and back into the distance. But I think I like the monochromatic feel in it. It needs to be a bit darker in the foreground, I think, maybe. A little bit of this in the background. Just like I need to pull a smidge of this color into the background, I think, for consistency. So it's not just completely shifting back into that color. I can at least do some shadows like that, and I think it'll look okay. But it might also be terrible. And I'll decide that I want to paint over it, like I've done multiple times in this piece. I'm theorizing on painting right now, mostly. At a tiny flying dragon in the distance, so I kind of wanted the dragon to be right here. I kind of want a big dragon right the fuck there. That's what I'm planning, but I realized that as I'm doing more in the background, I'm doing more of an environment piece than anything else. Like, what I really should do is throw some runes and stuff in here. Like, I should throw in, like, an Eldarin gateway or two. I should make an Eldarin gateway brush. Holy. Wait. Yeah, wait. The letting this piece and the one bright glow. I'm glad you like it, Sabine. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, let's try not to throw this now. So I'm going to need to kill this one, I think, this cloud, because if I'm going to have a Dragon Boy be the center point right there, I am going to make Dragon Boy on a different layer, I think. So I need to grab my sketch brush and actually sketch him in, rather than blocking him in. This is where I would want to sketch as opposed to block, I think. So how do we want to do our dragon silhouette? Do something like this. Or a dragon, like, crawling over the rock and stone. Something like that, you know? Maybe have it be more in this direction.
When you're thinking about what to do, remember
Yes.
the orb as the answer.
Dude, the Orbathon is not even scheduled for another, like, month. What do you mean? The Orbathon is not scheduled, dude. Holy, what do you mean the orb knows? The orb's abandoned me at this point in time. Here's how best moves. What's up, bro? Thanks, man. Be all lizard-like here, and then his tail. I still like the idea of his tail wrapping around. Maybe do it more whipping around. Something like that kind of thing. And then I could even do another dragon, like, up here? Perched or something? Grabbing on. Grabby hands. You know, or maybe more sitting upright. You know, something like that maybe. Do that. I'm gonna do a couple of dragons. I don't know, I kind of like that actually. Maybe this boy could be a little bit bigger. Kind of get closer to those clouds as long as there's not tension in there. And it kind of morphs around the... Something like that. And then this wing. Really be more in line perspective-wise, like this. The temptation to put wings in flat perspective for dragons and angels is something that I've seen Magic the Gathering artists suffer from, like, for decades. And very few times is intentional. Sometimes it's the right thing to do. Because you're doing more of like a, I don't know, an icon piece, like an orthodox icon than an actual, like, concept piece, which is totally fine. But I see it happen a lot, and I think it's unintentional. I've done 4 knots here, 4 knuckles. We'll do 4 on the other side as well. And that big, thick, spiny dragon vibe there. The joke also is that they got green dragons, but they're getting fucking red dragons. And when they complain about it, Well, they microtransact for green dragons, but they're gonna get red dragons. Because the red dragons are what I wanted to paint. Yeah, I think this works. This is the one.
Ayo,
I like
I'm
these guys,
getting a
though.
red dragon.
Yep.
Hope I am here for it.
Yep, that's right. Green dragon check, but you got a red dragon out of it. Let them complain, Azalea. Let them complain. And they will. Oh, they will. I don't care. Care not for their plight. They'll get the color of dragon that, they being, I guess, dark at this point in time. If you're chill, then dark can complain. If dark doesn't complain, then we'll make up some other scapegoat like entity that would complain that isn't actually mad. Remember, the drama is the important thing. Okay, now we gotta paint these boys in. So, what would happen if I were to try and select these? They're not full. Yeah, that's what would happen. Where is the opening here that I'm missing? Is it on the wings? I think it's on the wings, isn't it? Go over it again with one single brush stroke, and that should fix any of the problems. Hey, there we go. Same thing on this guy. You have an IRL orb at the convention. Let's see. How much is an orb on Amazon? How much is an orb on Amazon? Amazon.ca. Crystal orb. There's like a gem cutting fancy crystal store somewhere where I like close to where I live. Maybe I can get them to make me one. How much would an orb be? Let's see. I can buy a black obsidian crystal ball for feng shui meditation and healing and divination. Or I can buy one with the galaxy in it. I don't know. These are pretty expensive. I could buy a $20 orb. Yeah, man. I could do that. And then you can come and ponder the orb. Quartz crystal ball. 1.8 inch. That's so tiny. What the fuck, man? That's not an orb. That's a ping pong ball. It's a marble. The fuck's like this big? It's polar jade. Quartz ball. Doesn't exist. It's a terrible name for a company. Well, we could. I mean, I guess I could do it, you know? Victory Bell's getting a mega evolution? Well, if it looks as bad as the Dragonite one, then I don't know. Like, right now, I don't know if I should even look at it because I'm just so disappointed with Dragonite. Oh, God. Is it bad, Garthen? Is it bad? You tell me. Lower my expectations. Help me out here, man. Tell me how bad it is. That's funny, though. They chose Victory Bell for a new Mega. It's weird? Alright. It's not bad, it's just weird. Pocket Monster. Oops. Pocket Monster Victory Bell Mega Evolution. This is what happens when you hire artists from DeviantArt. Game Freak, this is what you get. Okay? I don't want none of this fucking Vor Mega Evolution. Bring back the Guzzler. Get me out of this place. This is terrible. This is of all the Gigantamax, Dynamax, and Mega Evolution forms. I know Dynamax doesn't count. Of all the Mega Evolutions and Gigantamax forms, this is by far the absolute worst one they've ever released. This is the worst design that they've ever come up with for a extra evolution, whether it be a Gigantomax or like the Lapras cruise ship, the fucking hotel. These are better design. The Dragonite, all these terrible designs, still better than this one. We can tell what they're into. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Well. The fuck? Bro, somebody's having a bad time. Look at the window. There we go. There we go. That's the worst. That's the worst I've ever seen. Yeah. Fire whoever designed it. And I don't like to say that. I don't like to be hyperbolic. I don't like to be like, hey, I don't like this thing about a game. You should fire who's responsible. But I think this one, you should absolutely fire them. You know what? Maybe not the designer, the person who approved of it. Who is the Legends ZA art director? I swear to God if this is a white person name. The Legends ZA is being directed by Tochigi Haruka. He joined Game Freak and whatever from doing graphic design bullshit. Is he the art director though? This is the person responsible for signing off on it. Let's see what kind of art they've made. I can only find reposts of Pokemon related news. God damn it. God damn it. This is not what I want, bro. I want to judge you based on your art direction. Fuck. Alright, well, that's not going to happen today. Oh well, rip. It's redeeming quality, which is the beautiful leaves on this mon. No. What is that? That is a Victory Bell Mega Evolution, Silesian, or at least they want you to believe it is. So... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Because I'll be honest, you and I are in the same boat right now. We're both trying to parse through this new era. Like, every once in a while something happens in the world and the world changes. and you're like, wow, it's September 2001. It's February 2020. It's August 1997. The world will never be the same. There's a before and an after. This is one of those moments. In Pokemon, at least. And I don't know what to say, besides I'm sorry. I'm just sorry for all the Pokemon enjoyers out there who are going to have to deal with this now. Just feel bad for them, you know? Like it's over. We thought the ice cream cone and the trash bag were problems. We had no idea how good we had it when we only had to deal with an ice cream cone and a trash bag. Oh well. This is a water skin? Yeah, something like that. Reminds you of Gara's Gourd of Sand? I'm not sure what that is. They have a Critical Role C4. I'm watching the reveal video they put on like an hour ago. Oh, really? Do they have character art for Critical Role? Is that a thing? They have character art? Hold on. I actually care about this. Critical Role. They have character art that I can meme on. The Critical Role campaign forecast. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, who's missing? Who is missing? Who is not playing in the campaign? So we know that Mr. Lee Mulligan is DMing it. We know that Matthew R.R.R. Mercer is playing in it. So I see the Baileys. I see the O'Briens. I see the Mercers. I see the Jaffs. Okay. I see Dorian Storm here. That's good. I see Abria, the DM, so I guess she's playing. I don't know who these two are, and I have no idea who she is. But I am fine with that. But all I can say is I'm glad no one's missing. I'm fine with the additions. I'm just glad nobody's missing. I approve of this. But did they do a video? Oh, is this just a talk campaign? Whatever, this isn't like a... Wait, was there a video? Robbie Damon. Okay, who's this? So Luis Carrazzo, Alexander Ward, and who's the other person I don't know? Whitney Moore. Monka. Available right now. Where's the video? Watch your campaign for update. Hold up. Hold up. Ooh. Well, I like the set, man.
I know.
Touch it all.
Look at it.
It's so pretty.
There's arcane writing on this.
What's this little pink? It's amazing. Wine? It'll just never get old.
I already have a problem. They're using the incorrect dice. They fucked up. They forgot to get Blackwood dice. They like, listen, Critical Role's not going to hit everything right. Okay, they're still people. They're going to mess up. So it's okay. We can still fix this.
Yeah. We got a set.
We got a
guys.
set, man.
We do. We do indeed.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
I know. Look, campaign 4.
You guys, it's been coming for a very long time. Obviously, it takes a long time, takes a while to put something like this together, and
Okay.
the whole team over here at Critical Role In has been so hard at work, as you can see.
Just like
I mean,
Dorothy.
even before Campaign 3 came to a close, we knew that like whatever we did would involve some very big changes, and honestly gives us like a great opportunity to shake things up.
Yeah,
Truth.
definitely.
And of course, people want to know, Daggerheart or D&D?
Yeah.
And from the bottom of our hearts, we say both.
Both!
The fuck?
Age of Umbra and more campaign frames and Daggerheart
How's
content
that
are on
gonna
the
work?
horizon. And Thursday nights, all 8 founders will be returning for Campaign 4.
Yes.
Which will still be nerdy-ass voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons. And
Okay.
this time with 2024 rules.
Ah, an important distinction. Yes, because here at Critical
Interesting.
Role, we play all sorts of games, not just the ones that we
Really?
make. And we have to say the response to our now 3-month-old baby contribution to the TTRPG space has been beyond
Interesting.
humbling. We are so thrilled and excited, but we also have so
I
much
wonder
more
why.
Daggerheart actual play coming from partners like Dungeons and Daddies and the Legends of Evantris.
So good. We're so spoiled.
So much planned for the future of Daggerheart on this channel and beyond, and cannot wait to share more and see more of what this community can do with this system.
That's right. And back to Campaign 4 for a moment. If you missed our announcements before our Bells Hells Daggerheart live show in Indianapolis, we teased some of the changes that are coming to this next chapter
Let's
of
go.
Critical Role.
Let's go.
We got a new story, new world, and a new GM. Mr. Brennan Lee Mulligan, come on down!
Are people just being self-indulgent when they call him Brennan Lee Mulligan? Or is his last name like Lee Mulligan? Is Lee a middle name or his last name? Like, is there a hyphen, or is it just like that's what he is like decided his stage name is going to be? It'd be like me saying Evan middle name Blair. I don't know. Not that I'm just curious. Not that I have a problem with it. I'm just always curious when I hear people say Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Oh, that's hi.
Lee is middle. I'm not using it then. I'm gonna call him Brennan Mulligan.
You can touch it!
You can tell it's crazy.
I'm not doing that personally.
It's all real.
I won't indulge that. I'm sorry.
It's
I had a friend like that growing up. I have trauma.
It's not green screen.
Hey, gang! This is so exciting. I feel like we just did this in Indianapolis, and it was a goddamn hoot, and I'm happy to do it again right here for this extremely casual hang. Is it coming across casual? While I was standing just off
I'm
screen
excited,
the last
man.
5 minutes, I couldn't be more excited to be your GM for Campaign 4.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we were just-
To be honest, I'm really excited for this because I have been hearing people. So Brennan Lee Mulligan has gone through a phase of love and hate in my heart, and I've never seen anything he's done. And I mean this with love, just memes. But Brennan Lee Mulligan as a GM has had his reputation ruined for me because of all the obnoxious, fucking insufferable people telling me that he's basically the savior of D&D. And the fact that I haven't watched Dimension 20 is me not being a real D&D fan. So my first impressions of Brennan Lee Mulligan were terrible. Not because of anything he did, just the community. All right? That's it. But I think that he's probably like overhyped, maybe the beginning. Adequately hyped, probably. Which is awesome. And so I always wanted to know. I was like, okay, I want to give this guy a shot. People say he's the savior of D&D. He's the next coming of Matt Mercer. He's like, what if Matt Colville and Matt Mercer had improv class? I don't fucking know. But people really like Brendan Mulligan. And Game Master Mulligan, I was all on board. I was ready to go. But I didn't want to watch the D20 whatever shows because it didn't seem like they were my vibe. But people insisted that I watch it, and I really wanted to see his stuff. So now I just outweighted all you idiots. All y'all are telling me to watch Dimension 20 so I can see what real D&D is like. Fuck you guys. I outweighted you, and now I get to watch my Critical Role. Let's fucking go. Victory. Oh, yeah. It's going to be good, man.
Talking about it. We were just talking about you and yeah.
Good
Mhm.
things.
Oh,
Only good
Oh,
Only good things, but
Yes.
yeah, you're Brennan.
I'm
He's
doing it.
he's our new GM.
I
Fuck
could
yeah.
not be more ecstatic to strap us onto the rocket ship of this new campaign, taking us off to uncharted lands.
Wow.
Beyond the gaze of Ruidus and Exandria itself.
Tell me.
Fabled Araman.
Oh,
Aramon.
Arama.
Do we know anything about this ahead of time?
Arama.
It's yes, exactly.
Nope.
Not Eldar. I know you guys
It's
disappointed.
got an accent on that last day,
Yeah.
just to give it a little sauce.
Yeah.
Did you tell them about the expanded cast for campaign 4?
Oh!
Yeah, not yet.
No.
Honestly, we were kind of waiting for you. Figured
I
you'd
saw you,
want to
buddy.
do the honors.
I'm a gift, a joy, a privilege. Campaign 4 will feature an expanded cast.
Let's go,
right.
dude.
Strike up the dramatic backing music for this part of the announcement.
Let me see. Character art. Give me character art.
That's the stuff.
Give me
Proud to
character art, you
announce the
fucking
lead cast,
cowards.
Critical Role, Campaign 4 in
They're not gonna. I wouldn't either if I was them.
Laurel Bailey, Luis Carrazzo, Robbie Damon.
Let's go, man.
Iyengar, Talas and Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Matthew Mercer, Whitney Moore.
Let's
Liam
go, dude.
O'Brien, Marisha Ray, Sam Riegel, Alex Ward, Travis Willingham, and myself, Brendan Lee.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, wow,
Look at that
Bradley
Elgato
Moore,
setup. Holy.
yay.
That's a full table.
Very full table.
I love the set here.
Sure, we got a full table, folks, and that's partly why we're going to be going into a West Marches style.
They won't until
campaign
character instructions?
for
Yeah.
This one, our first 4 episodes.
West
will be
Marches?
An overture of sorts.
Me
introducing you
too.
To all of our 13 player characters.
Cool.
moving throughout different scenes of commingling, letting you get to know the world.
Mhm.
And before we will split up into 3 smaller tables that will spread out through handfuls of episodes across different adventures. So we will get this view of the world through different concurrent adventures of different tables that will make
Okay.
match, and it's going to be a big epic. It's going to be a big
So
epic
much.
adventure.
I have so many questions.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you guys want me to answer? I could go to the little documentary chair to get into like the nitty gritty of it if you'd like.
Oh, right now?
Oh,
Right now, you want me to do that right
like
now?
just jump
Yeah,
formats.
yes.
I mean, it's there for that reason.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
go
Can you
for
guys
it.
hit the filter that gets rid of my beard? I'll just do it real quick.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Max?
You can do a little
Wish I
stuff.
had that.
He's gonna.
Go.
We'll wait.
Bye, Robbie. I mean, Brennan.
world of Aramon,
I want Robbie.
there exists a growing darkness
Ooh, I like this.
in the shadow of revolution. 70 years ago, with the Shaper
Bro, they forgot to ask me to do concept art for them. The fuck, man? All right.
was cut down. Those 7 lords of creation that saw fit to cast their children into ruin and shadow forever. Now, a new age,
I like
a
that.
new conflict arises, and our heroes must rise to the task. And then the hero's little maybe art comes here. Oh no, this is a pre-video. No, don't do that.
Damn it! Alright, this is cool. I can watch the whole thing. That's fucking rad. Unless you guys want to watch the whole thing. Stolen artwork ideas for me, right? What the fuck, man? The hell, dude? God damn. Alright, are we excited? I'm excited. Are we excited? We're excited, right? Because I'm excited. I think I'm excited. I want to be excited, and I am excited. I was worried when they took a little bit too long to get through campaign 3 to 4. You know, I was worried that there'd be a lacking of commitment, you know? And it seems like all fears were dispelled, and we're doubling down on the next decade of Critical Role, which is awesome. I personally think, look, I'll meme about Critical Role and shit, and Critical Role D&D players that are the new age and whatnot. I'll meme about that all day, every day, because it's funny and out of love. But I really do think Critical Role is probably the best thing that ever happened to the hobby of D&D. I said it, and I mean it. I think it's the best thing because it pulled D&D out of the pale of obscurity it was falling into and dragged it back into the light. Basically, the only reason why I could do what I do with the enthusiasm that people have behind me making a D&D adventure is because D&D, even though I don't do the standard D&D fare of D&D like things, it is still because of D&D's popularity right now. The fact that people are into it and playing it. So yeah, I'm excited about this. Like I said, you know, yesterday when I was talking about Darrington Press and Daggerheart, that even if I hate Daggerheart, I still want to support it. even if I don't like everything that Critical Role releases, every product they release as a company and as a whatever, I still always want to support it. Like, I haven't watched Legend of Vox Machina. It's not really my jam, not really my vibe. But I still fucking support it, get behind it, you know, because I like... I think that there is a renaissance of... the capitalistic model for creative endeavors. I think that it was very strong, and I think that the capitalism model is the best model for creative arts, because you create things that people care about or you die. The self-indulgent crying and throwing paint at the wall and expecting someone to pay money for it era of art, and that we get often associated with as painters, artists, whatever, is pernicious and awful in a lot of ways. And so creating things people care about is like necessary and good, and we like that shit. But what happened at a certain point in time is things became too big. Money became the main driving factor. All the people, is the only thing people cared about. And I think that if we look back on maybe in 20 years, one of the turning points will be the speech that Sven had at Sven is his name, right? The head of Larian had at the Game Awards this last year, where he basically said, fuck you if all you care about is making money. If you want to make good games, you have to start focusing on the thing first. And I think a lot of people forgot about that. You know, it's the idea of, who do you want to be, Mike Morhaime or Bobby Kotick? And that's a big question, I think, for a lot of creatives. And so I think that you can still do like there is a lacking of great games, and there has been for a long time. And there was, and the drought is, I think, over for a lot of people now. But basically, the whole idea of there being great games that have, like, people say, oh, there's still great games out, and they'll start listing all these indie titles that nobody cares about. And it's like, yeah, you're right, but also, you know what I mean. I want the games with all the fanfare and the pomp and whatever and all this stuff about it. And I had this conversation with a good friend of mine. We were talking about it, and I said, fuck, games suck now. And she's like, what do you mean? Games are so much good. And she started listing off all these who asked nobody wants to play indie titles that fucking nobody cares about. And I'm memeing, obviously. But I'm like, I want BlizzCon again. I want 100,000 nerds and 1 million more watching on a live stream, watching a fucking cinematic where everyone loses their mind. That's what I want. I don't want a great indie title that costs $25 on Steam that'll I'll be like, that was charming. I want the shit. I want the good shit. I want high production value stuff. The problem is, with high production value comes investment, comes money, comes the system of the capitalism part of it that destroyed it. And I think that people and companies that are trying to make things for profit, make great products like Larian, like Critical Role, like Darrington Press, like a lot of the studios coming out of China that are making really great video games, like, I don't know, pick the game that's like doing well right now, man. Like Legend Story Studios for Flesh and Blood as a card game. That this is the way to do it. That people are starting to support it. So now it's no longer, oh, I want to make a big production of a video game. Oh, sorry, man. You have to go through publishers. You have to go through Activision and, you know, Tencent and whatever other, and, you know, Ubisoft. Now it's like Larian just dumps their shit on the table and says, what the fuck now? And everyone goes, oh, shit. And it's redefining a new era, I think. And so whatever Critical Role does, so long as they keep this mission in mind, they have never faltered that I've seen personally. They've never faltered from this mission of creativity first, while making hopefully a hilarious amount of money. I want them to be so unbelievably successful that they can continue to do bigger and bigger and bigger projects. Because the thing is, I've never minded spending money on products if I feel like it's going towards something that is like of value. And the nice thing about things like Critical Role is, like, when you spend, I don't know, $60 for a Critical Role video game, whenever it comes out, you know that it's going to go towards them doing something great in the future. I think that's the model that should be supported. So good for them. I hope I like this campaign. Even if I don't, even if I'm meh about this campaign like I was for campaign 3, still support it. Still excited. So let's go, dude. Fucking Critical Role campaign 4. I'm committing to, at least for 20 episodes, staying weekly on this. No matter what, I am staying 20 episodes loyal. I'm not going to falter for 20 episodes. For 20 weeks, for almost half a year, I'm going to watch Critical Role weekly, no matter what. And I'm going to try and keep current with the campaign for as long as it goes, if I can. But I'm giving myself a break there after 20 weeks if I need to, get behind or whatever. MG got too money hungry. A lot of projects did, I think. A lot of projects, a lot of people, a lot of things got too stuck in the mud about it. They got too money hungry. They got too, they just forgot. They forgot the whole original passion behind projects and why you do it. They forgot that you can't extract the maximal amount of value out of something using a business model that was not created with creative arts in mind. It's like, I don't want to get too specific because people who know me well enough know that I have like contacts and friends, and I'm very close with people that have been at various companies, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So let me be vague, even though you're like, well, Evan, no one's going to make that association. Stop being like dramatic. Just indulge me. I know what happened at Blizzard with esports. I know for certainty what happened. And all the predictions of like, oh, they tried to do this with that league and this and that, and that's why it failed. It's all true. They tried to take something that was based off of creative grassroots and apply a sports broadcasting model to it, and it destroyed the company's esports forever. They're never coming back. Unless something crazy happens, like fucking somebody buys Blizzard or whatever. StarCraft 2 comes out again. StarCraft 3 comes out, who knows? Because they tried to apply a model that was not suitable for the creative side of things, and that sucked. And that's what keeps happening with projects. That's why so many things have dried up and died. Like Rings of Power, the soulless drivel that is. A lot of people thought that a lot of the Star Wars stuff that came out was soulless drivel. A lot of video game expansions and things like that were soulless drivel. And all of it is because they tried to apply a greedy model that was not patient. Like, I have nothing wrong with people making creative arts and creative projects for profit. Mike Morhaime is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm happy for him, because every single product Mike Morhaime released from Blizzard Entertainment, from the time he created Blizzard to the time he stepped away from Blizzard, I was excited to buy. Right? And so I don't care if people become hilariously wealthy on it, but you have to always make sure you're giving people enough value. The whole idea of like, oh, here's skin packs and all this and that, man, it's just not the right way to do it now. And if you're the greediest money goblin out there and you just want to make the most amount of money possible, it's crazy that now all you have to do is make the most amount of value. Like, it's like, oh, playing by the rules is now the way to do it. So says big studios like Larian and stuff. So I always think the Critical Role is a great example of that, and as a company. And so I hope that they have the most amount of success for this, because damn, the production's getting big on it. Pretty fucking rad, dude. Hype myself up for it. I've been a weekly watcher since mid-season campaign 1. I'm fully invested. Yeah, campaign 1 was great. Campaign 2 was okay, lost me a little bit. Campaign 3 lost me rapidly, because the transition from fantasy, sort of like more traditional fantasy role-playing game story, to more theatric kind of modern D&D story. So I'm hoping they have a bit of a return to form in this, but even if they don't, I'm still going to be very invested. So hopefully it's good. You see the intern video released today? That's what we're talking about, Levin, is that we're just watching it. That's why we're talking about this, is because we just watched part of it on stream. So I don't want to bore you guys with the whole thing though, but it looks good. Looks fun. You know, it's cool. I'm supportive. I'm thrilled with it. So good for them. I would watch the rest of it, because I know that it's so new enough that a lot of you haven't watched it through yet. So I apologize, but I do actually need to go. I said we were doing a very short little painting stream today, and I wanted to finish the dragons off, and I didn't quite get a chance to, but I have to go get my arm scanned. So finally gonna get that shit done, scan, whatever, hopefully appointments in for injections and whatever, everything I need to do to get my arm and wrist and all that healed up. But there it is, man. So I gotta bounce. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I'm playing D&D tonight, right? I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight with Ashy, Vixie, and Ulner and Ella in our weekly game we've been playing for a little while. This might be the last game we're playing for a bit. I sense that the campaign is coming to. Ashley said it would be like early midsummer. I think we stretched it out a little bit longer than Ashley had attended, so it's not her fault. But I think we're coming to the end of it, and I'm pretty sure we're all going to die. And I say that as a meme most weeks, but I'm actually 90% sure we're all going to die this week. So I will have stories for you tomorrow about how we either narrowly escaped fate and or whatever happens is crazy. But I will have a crazier story for you if we live than if we die. So look forward to that tomorrow morning. I will have adventures and everything to talk about. But thanks for chilling with me today, guys. I know it's a short little stream for Thursday, and I apologize for having to cut it short. And I usually, in the past, I wouldn't stream if I couldn't stream for 3 hours. But I think that I don't know, I'll just do like short painting streams if I have to go somewhere or whatever in the afternoon. Hope everyone doesn't mind. But anyway, y'all are amazing. Y'all are fantastic. Go play some D&D today, or Baldur's Gate or some shit. So tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. as soon as I go live. I'm not going to wait very long. We're ready to get into it and tell the stories. So if you're invested in my D&D adventures, then I'll have much to talk about tomorrow first thing in the morning for stream. So, rock on. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, my friends. Until next time. Oh, that's right. That's right. Blackwood Dice. BlackwoodDice.com. Ella. She's doing her first dice series, the Shadow Honey dice, based off of Shadowheart from the Saloon and Shar perspectives. I don't know how many are left, but she's doing her very first series, which is really awesome, and I'm proud of her. Go check them out. They're fucking rad. Okay, bye.